Hello, I am Carolyn Jamerson. I'm the collections manager and mount maker for the FIDM Museum. I am also kind of that behind the scenes wig maker that everyone seems to want to know who that is, and that is me. I get to take credit for the creations that are in the Hollywood and Emmy shows each year. I get to make different wigs of different actresses and play with the unique styles that designers throw at me, or wig designers throw at me in different movies, and get to make those into paper creations. So along the way, I've had a lot of fun. The sugar fairy in Nutcracker that came out last year, that one was a lot of fun because it was very fine hair and creating that fine hair look. And a lot of other fun wigs along the way. Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland was also another one that was a kind of a huge hairstyle that was fun to do, and I don't think I would ever had that experience other than that character itself. So here I am trying to give you a little background to some of the procedures that go into place for making these wigs. Here is one of the wigs we use. I call this hair very tired. It is over a year old, and this head has been through a lot in the process. It almost literally has been thrown around, and so this hair is tired. This hair needs to be retired, as the case may be. Before it got tired, it was used in a outdoor girl photo shoot for one of the pieces that will be in the catalog, and I'll let you guys figure out which piece that is when the catalog comes out. This is the new head, in which will be on display for exhibition for the same ensemble. So it's basically recreating this hairstyle on this head. And so I'm going to go into some of the basic procedures into doing that. So here we have 70-pound weight watercolor paper is the key. It's a beautiful mixture between light and heavy, giving that very kind of lifelike feel to the paper, but also making it still malleable and firm. So the more firmer you get, the more malleable it is, the more stiff it looks. So you want to keep that balance between light and heavy, and this 70-pound weight seems to be the golden number for that. And so it's watercolor paper. I have my pad paper here, and the longer and bigger the pad, the bigger and longer hair I could get. So this pad has, for me, grown in size over the years I've been doing this, because I've come across long hair. I've done a 7-foot wig for one of the Rapunzels, and that one was a combination of combining hair, but the hair gets longer and longer as the shows go on. So you cut about 1/2-inch strips along the way, and it's really getting the precision of about 1/2 inch. Now I could credit doing the preciseness of this to many years of working on a sewing machine, and 1/2 inch is almost the size of every seam which you do on a sewing machine, approximately there within. And so it's that regular consistency of doing 1/2 inch. Now it might fluctuate slightly, but that actually gives a natural look of the hair. Your hair is not perfect because people aren't perfect. And so there's gonna be a slight bit of fluctuation, but I've had some interns that cut 1/4 inch and then 1 inch to make up for it, another 1/2 inch and 3/8, and it's this sporadic, and that looks just bad. I usually have to throw them away, unfortunately. So there is a consistency that needs to be in place. And we're doing straightaways. It gets even more complicated when you do curves. So somebody has recommended using a X-Acto knife and just doing straight 1/2 inch, and with straight hair that might work. But once you get into the curved bands, that you get into wavy hair and things like that, you have to have the practice of doing a 1/2 inch to be able to compensate for that. So as much as, yes, that could work for maybe quick long hair, I recommend practicing on straightaways to do 1/2 inch, and then be able to go forward into doing the curvy straights. Now this is a piece that's already cut for us. Now, in silliness of doing this video, I grabbed everything but my number 2 pencil. It's basic, it's simple. Getting a number 2 pencil, it's the greatest tool, and it's so cheap. And I thought I had one here at my house, and I do not. So this is a mechanical pencil that is still a number 2 pencil. The key is having the ridges of the sides of a number 2 pencil. So this one has them slightly. It doesn't have the same curve that I would like to show you, and that is my mistake for not grabbing a number 2 pencil. But this will still give the same look. So what we do is grab your finger against the pencil and basically go down. All paper needs to be curled at one point, whether it's board straight and done with the actor doing a straightening iron, or whether it's particularly curly, it will all use this number 2 pencil. So we go through this And it's just relaxing it, making it natural. No one's hair, as straight as it can be, is straight as a paper. And then going through, and then if you want to, you could go back out and straighten it again. And it'll get it straight, but it still has that life and limp to it to give it that body of hair. And so you go through all those different stages. Now I have one that is already curled, and I had fun curling it for the sides. And that would go here like this. Now there's different methods of attaching it. I personally prefer using gaffer's tape. It's something that attaches, it fixes to the heads. Mannequins' heads paint doesn't take tape particularly well, and each paint surface is different. We happen to use a very matte finish, which enables the tape to stick on better. The more shiny you go, the less it's going to stick on there. So we use gaffer's tape. It's the strongest tape I've experienced. Other people use different types of tape, and that is up to your prerogative. I prefer to use the strongest, but also there is a hot glue gun. And so for traveling exhibitions, we are using the hot glue gun because even with strong tape, they are going to go through quite a bit as they travel to the different venues. So to ensure that they all stay in place, we have decided upon the hot glue. So it is finding the beautiful halfway point, because this is a halfway part, and then placing it along the side of the head. So we are starting to get that shape. I like curling it all into one cluster, and then once I'm done, I'm going to spread this out and put them all in the place I want them. So this is a basic idea of what it is to make a wig, and eventually this hairstyle will look like this, and I recommend going to one of the exhibitions and seeing the final product.